Well, welcome to another edition of Take Five. This one's going to be really short today. Uh, we're in Exodus 35. We're going to read verses 1 through 3, and then that's it. You can read the rest of the chapter later, but it just talks about gathering materials for the tabernacle, and it's just a lot of stuff, and I figure you could read that on your own. But anyway, verse 1, Moses assembled the whole Israelite community and said to them, "These are the things the Lord has commanded you to do. For 6 days work is to be done, but the seventh day shall be your holy day, a day of Sabbath rest to the Lord. Whoever does any work on it is to be put to death. Do not light a fire in any of your dwellings on the Sabbath day." Now, this looks really serious, and it is. God's got a lot of stuff for them to do, and He wants them to work hard at it. But He wants them to take that seventh day and rest and give that time to Him. And He's so serious about it. He says anybody that does any work on it, you got to put them to death. So don't be working on the tabernacle on that seventh day. God says just kill them if they do that. That's how serious He was. So that may seem harsh, but God's God, and if He wants to be serious about things like that, He can. He wants that time. He wants that time, and we don't observe the Sabbath day now, but we do observe Sundays. And God's not putting people to death, but I think you see His heart. He wants worship. He wants to make sure you have that day of rest for you and your family, and to rest your body, but mostly to be devoted to Him. So I would just encourage you I always try to set the example of going to church on Sunday, and other times too, but especially Sunday. At least have that one day where you're worshiping, and I hope you always have that attitude that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. That's why I hope you get a job where you don't have to work on Sunday. Now, again, God's not putting people to death for working on Sunday, and we don't observe the Sabbath day, but I think it's important to have that one day where you worship. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. You can disagree. The good thing is you don't have to agree with everything I tell you. Study the Bible and come to your own conclusions. But one thing for sure that we can agree on is God was real serious about it then. It was one of His commandments, and if you broke it, you would be put to death. Aren't you thankful for grace? Aren't you thankful that Jesus died on the cross for us and that we're not automatically put to death when we mess up? I know I am, because He was put to death for our sin. Okay, you can read the rest of 35 on your own. We're going to be in chapter 36 tomorrow on the next edition of Take 5.